The audience isn't believing it's changing. The sector is being changed by social media. And hotels, if you think about hotels, they haven't changed in 100 years. How you book it has changed, but that wasn't them. That was some other bright spark. Hotels, as they are operated, hasn't changed. So I believed, just like taxis, would have loved to have come up with the idea of Uber. So it comes along and it just whips its legs away from it. Yeah. Same with this. Is two people the main game? No. Because if you're 25 years of age, you don't want two to go away 50 mile. You want 15 of you to go away 50 mile. And it's the experience and the memory is why people come back.
And it complements a night out. It's what you do after your night out.
It's all about the memory, experience and memory. Wow. So people now, especially with COVID, the new drive towards that bucket list experience, I ain't wasting my life here. I want to make sure I've got it plotted. And I think that's the new world. So people are going to say, I'm not just going to go to a hotel. Think about it. Why would you want to go to Travelodge? It's a bed. Or come to Shankly or Dixie or whatever and have an experience. Now it's my job to make sure that the bed's just an afterthought, whereas the other ones, that's the main gig. Yeah. With us, I'm going to give you a unique experience. Now, no one in the world's doing it. They might do an IB, they might do it in certain places. They sort of stumble across it. That's our ethos. I'm selling you an experience. And it's an experience that you can boast about. You get your phone out.
Yeah.
Look at me, click. Well, I'm winning, Annie. They're winning.
Yeah.
I'm giving them that boastful play. Yeah. So because I learned how to do the social media very early on, and I also designed all the hotels and built them, I knew I would put in 3 sharp edges to every room.
Go on.
Sharp edge would be, let's say I've got 10 people in a room. I've got them all night. And they're going to stay in the room because they don't want to leave. So you stay in the room, it's got a big Roman bat down the middle, all kinds of madness going on. They're going to take 5 pictures and a video each, aren't they? Pretty much. I've got to give them that boastful play. So the sharp edges lead to the boastful play. So the sharp edges are wings on the wall, flowered wall, whatever it may be. And then the boastful play is you standing in front of the wings and get your picture. Where are you going to send it? Social platforms. Who's going to see it? 500 of your mates.
Yeah.
So that's 500 times 5 pictures, 2,500 times 10 people in that room. It's 25,000 people per room, per night. Seeing you saying, I love this because I'm boasting about it. So you've already jumped over the garden fence. Is it acceptable? Whereas if I went on TV and I went, I've got something greater, you go, you're being commercial, you're trying to sell your own stuff. No. This is you, without being connected to me, boasting about your accommodation, where you're staying, which then free flows into their garden, and they go, I want to go there.
Yeah.
So it's a mind play.
Make it look like it's their idea.
So when they come back to Liverpool, they're going to say, do you remember that room we stayed in when we were all together? And that unique experience will stay with them forever, and they'll boast about Liverpool forever. Yeah. As opposed to, do you remember that time we went to London, we stayed in Travelodge? Can you remember what the room looked like? Yeah. What did we do? Can't remember. So it's a sharp edge. If you've got any chance of success, and let's face it, business is the hardest gig in town. There's nothing harder than business. You got to pay VAT, PAY, tax, corporation tax, wages, rates. Jesus Christ, it's just tough. So you've got to give yourself that edge, and it's better to plan for a future garden that will be expanded into than one that's already been trampled on. And, if you want to jump in and just give a bed and a pillow, good luck. If you want to go and say, I'm giving you a boastful, unique experience, because now that unique experience is really where money is. I would say connectivity is more valuable than gold.